All right, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what you should and shouldn't do, part 2. If you ever become a billionaire and you are enjoying your success, you have a lot of money, and you're able to purchase a basketball team that was riddled in controversy, here's what you should do. You should listen to the people and the employees that work there. You should set up meetings to talk to them about their experiences and what they think should change. Because I feel like at some point in time, I heard you say you were going to do those things, but I don't think any of those things ever occurred. If I'm wrong about that, I'll apologize, but I don't think they ever did. If you were a billionaire able to purchase a professional basketball team riddled in controversy, you promise that you're going to help change things, you should actually follow up on those promises. But here's something I personally wouldn't do. Now, I'm not a billionaire. I'm not. But I feel like if I bought a professional basketball team that has a lot of employee angst, if you will, where there are ESPN articles written, you have employees who are dissatisfied because of the working conditions, the harassment, the various types of harassment, the racism, the misogyny, the sexism, all of that. I personally would never hire an unqualified person who'd never been a CEO before to come in and be CEO of my basketball team. Because if I was buying a basketball team and I was a billionaire and there are all kinds of issues, I personally would take those issues seriously, and I would bring on a seasoned CEO who's handled those types of things before and can handle those types of transitions and conversations within organizations and departments, verticals. I would not hire someone who could be perceived as just being nothing more than a Nepo baby who worked for a different professional basketball team in the city where you live, so you guys know each other. And without any qualifications of being the CEO, and without any well-documented work history that says they're qualified to be in that type of role, I personally would not bring that on, because from what I've heard, allegedly, I'm not going to say those things, at least not in this video. If I have to keep making these videos, I will definitely start talking about the things that I saw, witnessed, and the other things that are floating around out here in the valley. But if I were a billionaire who bought a basketball team, I would make strategic partnership moves. I would make our vision one that everybody can get on board with. I would make things affordable for everybody in the city, no matter what tax bracket that they're in. I wouldn't axe learning and development. I wouldn't axe DE&I, and I wouldn't get out front of a camera during media day when asked about a lawsuit that is proving to be very serious at this point in time, and just dismiss it without knowing anything about it, without reviewing any facts about it. The fact that we are here 3 years outside of this and we still have to fight about what's true and what's not because I can't prove what I'm saying is true, but because they can't prove what they said was true, is crazy to me. How do you have this much money and end up here? How do you have money to hire the best attorneys and end up here? How do you have the money to hire the best talent and still end up here? And not a certain anyone can produce anything to help get you out of this mess. And then when your employees get people involved that shouldn't be, to now we have to talk about who was paid allegedly to lie, who was paid allegedly to try to come up with plans to take people's life, to stalk people. And then one plan that I know of is they were trying to plant drugs in my vehicle so that when I got pulled over, I would get arrested and have to fight my way out of prison instead of being focused on this court case. If I were a billionaire, I could tell you that these are absolutely things that you should not do. And I could tell you if I was a billionaire, I would never have found myself in this position. I guess we'll see what happens.